There's something here that you're jumping right in. You're jumping right in. Some of you, you're going right into something, like jumping into the deep end, head first. So it could be. It could feel like you haven't even had time to get up and breathe. Or just for some breath before you go back in. And it could be like a job that you just started and you just right in there. But you'll pick it up a lot quicker. I do see it's learning, like you're learning on the job. You're learning as you go along, but it's intense because a lot is coming at you all at once. But I do see you actually handling it very, very well. You do very well with this. There are certain new responsibilities coming into your life. It's like you were walking down some lane and not sure about which way to turn, or when to sort of or whether you should turn back or anything like that. It's for a moment like you weren't sure about your guidance, but I do see that coming in. It does feel a little bit like everything all at once, a little bit, intense. But again, you're definitely coming through on the other side a lot more experienced. It's almost like a very interesting roller coaster of a ride. But you can pick things up very, very quickly. You're very good with that. You're picking things up very quickly. And no matter what job you have, you make sure that it is the best one that you can do. There is quiet time coming, so that's nice. Things do feel like it's going to quiet down, feeling more, there's some reassurance that's coming in for you. Reassuring, messages, something that feels very symbolic as well. So it could be something personal to some of you. It feels symbolic. It feels, like you really are a lot more confident and secure that you're on the right path. I do see there's going to be better times between you and another. Good communication. It's just flowing. It's just flowing, and your energies just bounce off each other, and it feels right. It feels right. Like the best thing about this connection is the communication, and you just love how you can talk forever and ever and ever, and doesn't feel like any time has passed. So that looks good. And yes, for some of you, it is romantic. It is romantic. It feels like that kind of connection that you may have knew in your past life. There is someone around you that's a little bit hot-headed, and they always try to sort of reason with you when they realize that they've been very hot-headed. But I do see kind of like pulling away from them. There's something about you don't want to feel stuck in their energy, or kind of they're too hot for you, headed, like hot, not in a good way, so just be aware of that. Also, there's something that there's a lot of things that are coming through in synchronicities, a lot of synchronicities, where you are looking at this, and I can hear you say there are no accidents, because after so many events, so many, it's like a chain of events that happen with these synchronicities. You're like, okay, this is a lot more than just, by coincidence. There's a lot more going on here. That again, it shows that, okay, your guidance has come back in very, very strong, and it gives you a sign that things are happening the way it should and going in your favor. There's some comment that someone is going to tell you that you are the best. So you could be like providing a service or something, and they're telling you to your face, you are the best, or leaving a comment or something like that, a review or something like that for you. And you're feeling your best, which is great. Okay, let's see what the cards have for you. Pisces, Queen of Pentacles. King of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Wands. two cards here. Page of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands. Pentacles, Wands, Pentacles, Wands. Okay. And both big ones and the small ones. All right. This is the synchronicities. There you go. Everything feels so synchronized, but also, it's like what I'm seeing here. From you going in the deep end and just going along, and even though you're not sure exactly where you're going, you're still moving ahead, which is the best thing that you can do. But you're also mirroring during the uncertain times. You are mirroring where you want to be, how you want things to unfold, and you're doing such a good job that is what's happening here in the best way. There is, what I do see for some of you, receiving some kind of strong confirmation, or you have a strong conviction, for your intentions. But I do see something is going to be confirmed to you, something perhaps a big purchase, or signing, something that is going to bring you some kind of new beginning in some ways. You're going to tackle something really well. There's an opening that we see here. Whatever your desire is, you're going about it in the best way, the right people. Again, I'm seeing something about chance or fate, really coming in and everything being set in place. Also meeting new connections, being very curious and wondering what other, directions that could be. And you're getting a taste of many different things that is really opening up your world in many ways. The Five of Swords. Ooh, and the Two of Cups. Very nice. All right, the Five of Swords and the Two of Cups. You're doing yourself a favor by listening to your gut. If you listen to your gut and pull away from, I was talking about that hot head, I feel like that's kind of here with the Five of Swords. If there's an energy around in your work that brings you down, or somewhere in your whatever kind of community or space that you are in, it kind of like interferes with your own energy, and you kind of just learn to protect yourself in that way. But you can sense when you don't feel you're in the right place, and this is showing up to remind you of that and to listen to your gut. And you're moving across, to be in a place where it is very, very fitting, very suited for you, and everything happens here for a reason. And it's obstacle comes in the way, so it can redirect you to where you're meant to be. And this is also for some of you some kind of love interest coming in, and it feels really, really good. It's like one that I'm just getting for many of you. It's just a knowing. If it's not love for those of you, there is still a knowingness for a place or a person that you are connected to. Okay, we have here the Four of Wands. I love it. There you go. Yes, it's all falling into place. Something just feels so right and clear, And by the way, there is, in terms of this togetherness, there's so much depth to this. And again, it just feels right. It just is. And, you don't even have to explain it much or say anything much. It just is, which is really good. And it's something that I see you don't have to worry about. You just trust it and you're going with the flow. You've already created a very strong foundation for yourself, and that's very, very important. As long as that's there, whatever happens, that kind of feeling, But it's like this is something for the long term here, whether it's a place or a person. Okay, let's see what the Oracle card has for you. Bison, abundance. Sacred buffalo, cloak me in your wisdom. Keep me warm through the storms of life. Fill my life with goodness. Teach me the way of gratitude and prayer. Wow, well, that is, I feel so connected to, especially in the beginning, what we're talking about, like you're just thrown in the deep end, but keep me warm through the storms of life. You have that faith, you have that connection that it can only get better. no matter how turbulent it may seem. And for you to be, full of gratitude here when the good stuff starts to appear. I love that for you. Pisces, thank you so very much for being here. Really hope that this was helpful. And do let me know.